What's up, guys? I'm back on my daily video grind. Feeling good, energy's good, everything's great. And this is gonna be a longer one. Look at this video about this guy, Frank.
Frank Selak, known as the luckiest unlucky man that has lived, seemed to have a superpower of surviving everything life and death threw at him. In January 1962, Frank boarded a train that was suddenly derailed. The train plunged into an icy river. While 17 other passengers drowned, Frank survived the fall and swam ashore with a broken arm and hypothermia. A year later, while on his first and only plane ride flying from Zagreb to Rijeka, the back door blasted open, sucking everyone into the sky, killing 19 people. Amazingly, Frank landed on a haystack with only minor scratches. 4 years later, Frank boarded a transport bus. The bus skidded and plunged into a river, sinking all the way down. Yet again, Frank survived the fall and swam to the surface, then to the shore with a few cuts and bruises. In 1970, Frank was driving his car when an engine failure ignited the fuel tank, bursting the car into flames. Frank jumped out of the vehicle just before it exploded. A few years later, the same thing happened with his new car. While his hair was completely singed, Frank otherwise exited the vehicle safely. In 1995, he was hit by a city bus and then again by a truck. He survived that freak accident, too. In 1996, he was involved in a head-on collision on a mountain curve. Frank was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected out of the car, clinging to a tree branch as he watched his vehicle fall 300 feet. 2 days after his 73rd birthday, Frank won the lottery for $1.1 million. At the time of his win,
So if you're Frank's friend, at what point do you just say, hey, Frank, why don't we'll stay in contact via internet or phone calls, but I can't hang out with you anymore. Because at what point are you going to be one of the casualties? Because all these near-death experiences he's had, not everybody survives. I don't want to just be one of the numbers in his next cool story, how he cheated death. So fuck that. And you might be like, oh, well, Jay, he also won the lottery. What about that? What if you were around him then and maybe some of that luck brushed off? The lady it says he married for the 5th time, she wasn't with him those 7 times he cheated death? Fuck that. Fuck Frank. He's dead now, so R.I.P., I guess he couldn't cheat death for an 8th time. Didn't have 9 lives like a cat.